Welcome to my channel. I am so pumped to finally decide to do this and really dig into the world of nutrition, my life, my advice that I could give you, and all of those things that will be a part of this channel. Really excited. To start the YouTube channel off, I really think it would be a good idea to introduce you guys to me, because a few of you may know me from Jordan, a few of you may know me from school, and then a few of you may not have a clue who this person is that's talking to you right now. So I was thinking it would be a good idea to go ahead and do the YouTuber tag that was from like 400 years ago that will basically introduce you to me. So let's do that. First question, what is my favorite candle scent? I think my favorite candle scent, if we're talking Bath and Body Works, sweater weather or leaves, I freaking love leaves for the fall. If we were talking like healthy candles, because people tell me that Bath and Body Works candles aren't exactly healthy for you, I would say Volcano from Anthropologie. Freaking good stuff. Second question. Okay, here are two answers to this one. A female celebrity that I wish was my sister would be Ruby Rose. Obsessed with her. I think that she's incredible in every single way. And then a female celebrity that I wish I was friends with, that's a hard one. I don't know. I'm gonna say Ruby Rose for both of them. I feel like Ruby Rose would be a good big sister and best friend. She's just kick-ass in every way. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I already have a brother. I don't really know if I wish that I had a celebrity brother. Maybe like, I don't know, Milo from This Is Us. If you know who I'm talking about, he's the dad. I think he would be a good big brother. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? This is a funny question. If you don't know me, then you don't know that I'm in an amazing relationship with somebody that I love very much. I'm currently 20 years old. And yes, that is kind of young to get married, but my boyfriend is 24 and I'm getting out of college soon, so I'm hoping within the next couple years I'll get married. So we'll say 22. 22 is a respectable age to get married, I think. I think it's more respectable in the South than it is like anywhere else in the US though, because let's face it, nobody gets married at 22 in California. I feel like they all get married at like 35. Which is fine if that's what you want, but I want to get married and I want to have kids. Do you know a hoarder? Do I know a hoarder? Yeah, I do. My dad's a hoarder. He holds things and does not like to let them go. My dad likes to hold on to things. Like our garage and our basement at my parents' place is just filled with my dad's crap from years ago. Can you do a split? No. No, I can't do the splits. Sorry. Number 7. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I was older than most people were when they learned to ride a bike. I think I was like 8. My little cousin taught me how to ride a bike. Sad story, 8-year-old didn't know how to ride a bike. How many oceans have you swam in? Well, let's see. I've swam in the Pacific Ocean. I've swam in the Atlantic Ocean. I've swam in the Gulf. I've not been anywhere outside of the Americas, so that would be 3. That would be 3 oceans that I've swum in. How many countries have you been to? Well, I live in America, so that's 1. I've been to Canada with Jordan. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Turks and Caicos with my family. I've been to British Virgin Islands, I think, is one of them, so 5. Do I know anybody in my family that's been in the Army? Not currently. No, nobody in my family's in the Army right now, but both my grandfathers were in the Army. My granddad on my mom's side was in the Vietnam War, and my grandfather on my dad's side was in the Vietnam War as well, I think. I feel like that's right. Sure. What would you name your daughter if you had one? I already have names for my children picked out. Both Jordan and I agree on names. We decided that when we have kids, it will be both of our decision what their names will be. We love the name Spencer Gray, The next question is what you would name your boy, if you had a boy. We love the name Luca William. William is Jordan's middle name, so it would be a family name, and it sounds really pretty. What is the worst grade you've ever gotten on a test? Grades are funny. I will say the worst grade that I've ever gotten on a test, I honestly don't know. I think I haven't gotten below a D on a test, but I think that the worst grade, I probably got a 60 on a test. I think that's fair, especially in college. A 60 is fair. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? My favorite TV show when I was a child was Tom and Jerry. I also loved That's So Raven. She was my homegirl. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? When I was 8, I think I dressed up as a witch. Number 16, have you ever read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? Yes, to all of them. I've read books 1 through 5 of Harry Potter. I know all of you are cringing out there that love Harry Potter. I love it, but I never finished the books. I started them later than most people. I think I started the series when I was in my junior year of high school, and I never got to finish it by the time that I got to college, and things just got crazy. And then I read all of the Hunger Game books, which I loved. And then I read the first half of the Twilight book, the first one, and it was trash to me, so I didn't finish them. Oddly enough, I love the movies. Seriously love the movies, so. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I think that British kids are so cute, and I want my kids to have that accent. But personally, I don't think that a British accent would fit me or my personality, so I'll leave that to the Brits over there. Did your mother go to college? She did go to college. She went to 4 different colleges. She went to a community college, and then she went to a state school, and then she went to the University of Alabama where she met my dad, and then they got married her junior year, and she quit school for a little bit, and then she went back to finish. Number 19, are my grandparents still married? My grandparents are, well, one side of my grandparents is married. But my grandfather passed away when I was young, so they are still married, but one is no longer alive. And then my other set of grandparents are not still married. My grandfather has been married twice. Have I ever taken a karate lesson? No, I've never taken a karate lesson. Should I? Probably. Jordan thinks that I should take kickboxing or self-defense classes, because if you know Tuscaloosa, you know that it's not a really safe place unless you're on campus. So he thinks I should take a self-defense class just to be safe. I don't disagree with him. It's just the time thing that's an issue. So no, but I want to is the answer to that one. Do I know who Kermit the Frog is the 21st question. Duh, I know who Kermit the Frog is. I'm alive, I don't live under a rock. Number 22. What was the first amusement park you ever went to? Okay, so there's an amusement park in Alabama. It used to be called, what was it called? I can't remember the first name of it, but it's been a few different things now, but when we went, it was an older name, but now I think it's Alabama Adventure is the name of it now. If you live in Alabama, you know what it is because it's the only theme park that we have. It's trash, honestly, but as a kid, it was so much fun. It had a lazy river and a roller coaster, and for my 10th birthday, I actually went to go see Raven-Symoné in concert there. It was a blast. Number 23. What language, besides my native language, do I wish I was fluent in? I wish that I was fluent in French. I wish that I was fluent in Spanish. I want to learn a little bit of Russian because my dad is Eastern European Russian, and so I wish that I could speak a little Russian. Jordan taught me one phrase because he's friends with everybody on the Dancing with the Stars team and cast. It feels like everyone's Russian or from Utah, and so all of Jordan's friends from the show that are Russian taught him words because he just loves to learn. And so He taught me how to say cold water, which is holodna voda. So if you ask me anything in Russian, I'm gonna say holodna voda back to you because that's all I know how to say. Do you spell the color gray with an E or an A? I spell it with an E, and that, like, I would spell it with an E for like 50 Shades of Grey, and then I would spell it with an E for like the daughter that I want to have, Spencer Gray. I want it to be Grey, not Gray. Do I know any triplets? Besides the cast of This Is Us, I've never known another set of triplets, and they're not even real triplets, and I don't even really know them, but I feel like I do because I love the show so much. Do you prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? I think my high school self would say the Notebook because it was like I was obsessed with it in high school, but I think me now would say Titanic because of the history behind it and the cinematography of it and everything, and just, I mean, like, you can't go wrong with Leonardo DiCaprio. Sorry. Have you ever had Indian food? I have had Indian food before. I love Indian food. I think it's great. I can't remember the specific restaurant that I went to, but I know I've had it before. It's just one of those things that you have, you know. If you haven't had Indian food, you definitely should. Number 29, what's the name of your favorite restaurant? Well, my favorite restaurant in Tuscaloosa is Five, for sure. My favorite restaurant at the beach, because we go down to the beach a lot more than I go home to Birmingham, we go to Destin, is probably Louie Louie's or Cantina Laredo. Number 30, have you ever been to an Olive Garden? I'm an American. I love Olive Garden. Free breadsticks and salad. It's a deal you just can't beat. 31, do I belong to any warehouse stores like Costco's or Sam's or anything like that? I don't, because I don't adult very well. I'm sorry. I don't have to buy in bulk because I just buy for me. I don't pay for anybody else except for myself, so there's no point in buying in bulk like that. Number 32, what would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? It's actually a funny story because my parents didn't do a gender reveal. They waited until me and my brother Blythe were born to figure out if we were a boy or a girl. So I was actually supposed to be a boy in their mind. They thought that they were going to have two boys, and my name was going to be Jackson. Really glad that I'm not a boy. And when I was younger, I actually didn't really like the name Ellie either, but it grew on me. And my brother was supposed to be a girl, and I think his name was going to be Rebecca or something like that. Rebecca, or what was his name? Madison. It was going to be Madison. If you have a nickname, what is it? I think that most people that know me, Ellie is a nickname because my full name is Mary Elizabeth, but most people who know me, my dad calls me Ellie Belly, or Ellie Mae is what my extended family call me. Elle Bell, L, something with L, anything, L. Number 34, who is your favorite person in the world? Aw, that's a sweet question. I have a lot of favorite people, I think. I think an obvious one is Jordan. He's my person, and so, yeah, it makes him my favorite person ever. Yeah, he's kind of a favorite, you could say. Kate Bowers is definitely a fave. She's like a sister to me. I didn't grow up with sisters, and she was my neighbor, so Kate Bowers is definitely one of those people. And then I think my family, like my mom, my dad, my brother. Those are favorite people to me, for sure. 35, would you rather live in a rural area or the suburbs? A little bit of both of me likes both of those, and the city too. I think the mom in me wants to have the suburb life and like have the kids walk them to class, like walk them to school with their lunches packed and the dog. And then a part of me wants to live in like the countryside with like chickens and like a cow or a goat or something. And then the city me wants to like wake up and go on a run in like Central Park or something. So like I can see myself fitting in any of those three categories. Number 36, can I whistle? Let's see, can I? Yes, I can whistle. Do I sleep with a nightlight? No, I do not sleep with a nightlight. I actually prefer to sleep with it to be completely dark, like blackout curtains, no lights on, usually a white noise like a fan or something, and then I want it to be freezing in the room, like ice cold, and then I want to be like cuddled up in my bed and like all snuggled in. Okay, number 38, do I eat breakfast every morning? If you count coffee as breakfast, yeah, I eat breakfast every morning. I love breakfast, I just can't. It's hard for me to eat in the morning like that, just right out of the gate. Okay, do I take any pills or medications daily? I feel like that's very personal, but yeah, I do. I take pills and I take medication daily. Some of them are prescribed medications and some of them are dietary supplements, which as a registered dietitian in progress, I would not suggest to take them unless you've done your research on them. The FDA doesn't approve them, as they're not as regulated as prescribed medications are. So if you do take any dietary supplements like I do, I would suggest you ask your doctor about it first and do your research on it and make sure that the brand that you're using is reliable, because you never know what people are putting in those bottles, because they're not regulated as much as prescribed medication is. What medical conditions do you have? I don't have any medical conditions except for being a weirdo. I think like every student, most students deal with anxiety, and I deal with depression, and it's just part of my life, and I work through it, and life goes on. How many times have you been to the hospital? I've only been to the hospital a handful of times, like a few times I can think of. The one time that I'm remembering right now is senior year of high school, first week. I was wearing a new pair of shoes. They were little leather booty heels, and I was walking down the stairs and I completely fell down 2 flights of stairs. Not 1, 2. My ankle was swollen and purple, and just I couldn't walk on it, so my mom took me to the emergency room that night. I thought I was gonna have to amputate my ankle, so that's the one time I can think about me going to the hospital. 42, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yeah, I've seen Finding Nemo. I'm a Disney fanatic. I freaking love it. I've seen Finding Dory too. I like them both. I love Finding Nemo more, but I have seen both. Do you usually remember your dreams the next morning? Yeah, I remember my dreams the next morning. Not every morning, because I don't dream every single night, but the nights that I do dream, yeah, I usually remember them. They're usually pretty vivid. Where do you buy your jeans? A couple different places. I think my favorite place to buy jeans when I have money is Free People or Lucky Brand, because they just fit all the right places, you know. But if I'm tight on cash and I really do need a good pair of jeans that aren't too expensive, American Eagle is the place to go. What flavor tea do I enjoy? I like Earl Grey. I like mint tea is probably my favorite, just because when I want caffeine, I want coffee. I'm a coffee drinker, but when I want tea, it's usually an herbal tea, and I like the mint tea or like the sleepy time tea. What was the last compliment that you got? The last compliment that I got was yesterday by my roommate. She told me that something that I had said or did to somebody was badass. That's the best compliment that you can give a girl, truly. How many pairs of shoes do I currently own? So I think that I own probably like 30 or 40 pairs of shoes. I'm not a crazy shoe person. I feel like that's a decent amount, 30 pairs of shoes. Like I have some tennis shoes, I have a lot of heels, I have a lot of boots, I have a lot of sneakers. But if you want to know somebody that has a lot of shoes, sorry Jordan, I'm gonna call you out, but I'm pretty sure that Jordan has over 125 pairs of shoes. But that's not his fault. I mean, he does have companies that send him shoes a lot, so yes, that is part of it, but the boy's got a lot of shoes. What religion were you raised on as a child? So my dad was raised Catholic, and he brought that to me and Blythe. We didn't grow up Catholic, but my brother was baptized Catholic. I was not, but we always had it in our lives. Like when we went to church with our extended family, we always went to mass. My mom was not raised a particular religion. She was raised just non-denominational Christian, but she identifies as a Baptist. So that's what I was raised as, Catholic / Baptist, which are two completely different things. I identify as non-denominational. 49. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? What do you mean Santa's not real? I'm gonna avoid that question because I'm not ready to talk about that. That's really sad for somebody to try to trick me and tell me that Santa's not real. Not okay. And then number 50. Why do you have a YouTube channel? It's a good question. I have a YouTube channel because I'm passionate about being creative and about nutrition, and I wanted to find a way to intertwine them. And so having a YouTube channel gives me the opportunity to A, explore a new media of art and creativity that I've never done before, never really gotten into, and then B, help people and give people my advice as a, aspiring professional in the world and career of dietetics. So that's why I'm doing it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's something that people will like. We'll see. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. This is my introduction to you guys. I hope you know me a little bit more now. Actually, there's a comment that I want to hear. If you guys have any of these questions that you have in common with me, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see who else was raised Baptist or who else still believes in Santa Claus, because that's really important that you all believe in Santa Claus. Just let me know, and I will see you guys next time.